I had a Brazilian wax done about 3 weeks ago. The girl that was giving me the wax, she was wearing meta glasses. No job like that, you should be able to wear meta glasses.
Those Kylie Jenner meta glasses exist for one reason only, which is to try and get women in on the AI craze.
You're not special. You also have no expectation of privacy the second you step foot out of your house, so...
That is such a weird mentality.
I truly don't care who comes for me for saying this. She made those glasses, she made those glasses for the girlies.
She made those glasses cute. It's the same people that buy every road launch because Hailey Bieber said so. I actually have given up all hope that I have in humanity.
We love a tech moment.
We love a tech moment, she says. Is this the tech moment you're referring to? There is a situation arising, and it involves the meta glasses. If you're an avid social media user, you've probably heard some debate about these things recently. But if you're not a big social media user, don't worry. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about these and why people are becoming concerned. So first of all, really quickly, what are the meta glasses? Created by Meta, which is the technology company that owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. These were first released in 2023 and are described by Meta as AI glasses that blend cutting-edge technology with iconic style. The Meta glasses range then expanded with a style collaboration with Ray-Bans, which is why you'll often hear them referred to as the Meta Ray-Bans. However, the Meta glasses are slowly becoming a more commonly owned piece of tech, and they've just released a couple of new style collections, including a collaboration with Kylie Jenner, which of course has added even more fuel to the fire that is the Meta glasses debate. But before we get on to discussing that debate, let's quickly take a look at what exactly these things do.
Look at these. These are the new Meta Ray-Ban display, and I got to test them. So here's what they can do. Say you're walking down the street and you need directions. You pop up a map to tell you where to go. It appears right here. Maybe you have a hard time hearing sometimes, or maybe it's loud. So you turn on captions in real time. Even if they're speaking another language, it's translating live in front of me. There's a lot more. Maybe you want step-by-step instructions for how to make something from your fridge.
To make an iced matcha latte, whisk matcha powder with hot water and serve over ice.
Or, and this happens to me a lot, maybe you don't know what something is on a menu.
A hearty beef stew cooked in red wine.
Thank you. Look at these. What kinds of columns are those?
Those are Corinthian columns.
And of course, maybe you want to take a photo. You can zoom with your hand. And whenever you're taking pictures or recording, a little light turns on so that people know. It doesn't work if you cover it. So if you want to check them out, hurry because stock's running low.
So the Meta glasses can do lots of things. One of the main features is a tiny camera right there in the lens, meaning that these glasses can record anything, anywhere, anytime, and rather discreetly too. So the issue that arises from this is that the Meta glasses are being used to record people without their consent or even sometimes without their knowledge. So let's take a look at an example of that. So there are creators out there, and it's men who do this specifically, and their entire deal is that they go out onto the streets, busy tourist spots, the beach at nighttime, and they will go up to girls. Sometimes girls just walking alone, or sometimes even drunk girls, or groups of girls hanging out with their friends, and these men will try to rizz up these girls. Basically try to hit on them, ask them out, say weird things to them. Sometimes it's kind of casual, but other times it borderlines on straight up harassment. But the thing is that these men will go around and they will film these interactions without getting anyone's consent and probably without these girls' knowledge. And they will then post these videos to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they will use this stuff as content.
I have a question. Give me one reason why I should give you my number.
Why you should give me your number?
Yeah, give me one reason why I should give you my number. What are you bringing to the table, like, you know?
I'm not looking for anything.
And there are multiple accounts doing this. There is so much of this style content now that it's become its own, like, weird little niche. I don't really want to show loads of examples of that content in this video because I don't want to spread that content even further than it's already gone, but there is so much of this content being posted online, and it's being posted by men purely for the entertainment of other men. So yeah, incredible use of the Meta glasses technology. Next up, a slightly different situation, but here is a video that went viral in 2025, and this video contributed a lot to the Meta glasses discourse.
I had a Brazilian wax done about 3 weeks ago, and it's been haunting me ever since. I've been going to European Wax Center for years. 3 weeks ago, I went to a location here in Manhattan. The girl that was giving me the wax, she was wearing meta glasses, and I didn't notice it at first because we were talking so much. We had good banter. She was very nice. And then it was like maybe like halfway, like 5 minutes in or so, I'm like looking at her and I like looking at her glasses, and then I'm like, are you wearing meta glasses? And she's like, oh yeah, I am, but like they're not charged, they're not on, like I promise. But then after that, I kind of like shut down, and I could not stop thinking like, could this girl be filming me right now? I've been thinking about it so much recently, and then I'm like, I think I need to call European Wax Center. That can't be legal, or that needs to be like a new rule that like people can't wear those. Because like, okay, let's say, yeah, I trust her that she wasn't recording, but what if she was? Like, what if she has that video, and what if like there's been multiple videos she's taken of like waxing people, and like that can go into a whole other thing of where those videos could be. That can't be right. Like, no job like that you should be able to wear meta glasses, because she told me they were a prescription, but you have to have another pair of glasses. Like, that shouldn't be your main ones. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. It's making me sick again, even thinking about it.
So, a great example of how the mere existence of these glasses are causing problems. Because no, the glasses are not always recording, but the fact that people are going about their lives, working and wearing these in private settings, like during a Brazilian wax, is freaking people out. So we've got a lot of people in the comments saying, I have the glasses. If you didn't see a light flashing on her glasses, then she wasn't recording. Meta glasses have a flashing light when recording or taking pictures. Meta glasses have a circle where the camera is. Anytime it's recording, the circle flashes white the entire time during recording. And this is the biggest sort of defense for the Meta glasses, that they have a light and that the light flashes when you're recording, and that the camera won't work if the light is covered. That's a feature that Meta purposefully put into these glasses. But first of all, not everyone knows what the Meta glasses are. Not everybody knows that if you see someone wearing a pair of glasses with a tiny little light on them, that means you're being recorded. Say, for example, the girl who was getting this wax. If the waxer was wearing Meta glasses and the light was turned on, and the girl getting the wax didn't know what Meta glasses were, or she didn't notice the light, she would not necessarily know automatically that she was being recorded. And that's the thing, not everyone knows that a little light on a pair of glasses means that you are currently being filmed. I could go out and buy a pair of Meta glasses, and I could start recording, and I could go up to my sister, and she'd be like, why is there a light on your glasses? And I could just be like, oh, they're, you know, electronic glasses. They play music, which the Meta glasses do. The light just shows that they're powered on. And my sister would be like, oh, cool. I can almost guarantee my sister doesn't know what Meta glasses are, and she wouldn't have a clue that she was being recorded. Because if you don't even know that these glasses with recording capability exist, you are not going to necessarily know that a tiny light on someone's glasses means that you are currently being filmed. And secondly, apparently people have found a way to bypass the light thing, and you can indeed cover up the light while still recording. This commenter right here says, if you click on the search Meta glasses from inside, the second video is about how to hide the light so no one knows you're recording. And sure enough, with one quick search on TikTok, you can find multiple videos of people telling you how you can go about covering up the light and stop that light from showing while you're filming.
Quick PSA to anyone who thinks that someone wearing Meta glasses isn't recording them. If the light isn't flashing, they have stickers to cover that now. So if you are in public and someone is talking to you or someone is following you, you should assume that they are recording you. And you may say, Katie, people have the right to record people in public. Well, I have the right to assume you're a creep. You may not be using it for that factor, but I will assume you are. And how would you feel if you had a child and someone was following them in the grocery store or the mall and secretly recording them? It is creepy. And also, I want you to be aware of this in intimate settings, because people are secretly using them to record people in intimate settings. If there are glasses on the desk, on the bedside table, you should be wary of that.
A great point that I didn't even consider. I guess these glasses don't necessarily need to be on your head to be a form of discreet surveillance. That's terrifying. But back to the wearing Meta glasses during the wax situation. The issue here was that the waxer basically had a camera strapped to her head during this private appointment, and that made the customer uncomfortable. It's less about whether or not she was actually recording, and more about the fact that she was wearing a device that was capable of recording in a private setting. People saying there is no reason for a waxer to be wearing Meta glasses. You should definitely hire a lawyer. I'm an esthetician and that's unethical. If you have prescription Meta glasses, you should have an extra pair of normal prescription glasses. That's definitely not the time or place to wear those. If you're not going to attempt to sue, I'd call corporate. Charged or not, that should be illegal. I don't trust people that wear Meta glasses.
And this is why we can't have nice things, because right now I'm working on my 2-week review of the new Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, which are actually really good, and of course have the built-in cameras, but some people are just weirdos. So if you didn't know, with any set of Meta Ray-Bans, you have this light here, which is the indicator light to let the other person know that you're recording them, and then you have the actual camera here, which does the recording. But just to tell you about how weird people can be, in my 24-hour review video of these glasses, I saw a few people put links to covers that you can put over the indicator light. And of course, Meta has thought about this, so if you cover the indicator light, then the recording stops, but some people can still, they figure out ways. So Meta, hopefully you find a permanent solution to this, and also if you're one of those people who's discreetly recording somebody else without them knowing, karma's a real thing. And if you're someone who's just trying to use these to get really cool POV shots, then that's great. Just let the other person know if you're talking to somebody that that light that's flashing to them is you recording, and if that's okay. And if they say yes, then that's fine. Otherwise, just don't record. It's that simple.
Somebody in the comments says, I've been covering that light since I've gotten the first Ray-Bans 2 years ago. This person said, I don't think it's weird at all, in reference to covering up the light whilst filming. I can think of a number of scenarios where you would want to record without a distracting white flashing light. One such encounter would be any unsolicited interaction with police. This person said, don't go out in public if you don't want to be recorded. Simple. It's not weird, it's distracting having a blinking light when you're recording when trying to get natural footage. So lots of people in the comments of this video talking about the non-creepy reasons why they don't want the light flashing whilst recording. And I see the reasoning for some of those, especially for, you know, perhaps recording your surroundings in unsafe situations. But there are so many situations in which not having the flashing light feature whilst recording would be really bad. It would be like the paranoia of the wax situation, but constantly, everywhere. You would never know who is filming you in any situation. And I think as Meta bring out more and more designs for these glasses, and they'll probably end up finding a way to make the little camera thing smaller and even less noticeable, I think it's going to become very hard to tell when people are wearing Meta glasses in general. So taking the flashing light thing away from that, yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Not to sound like a freaking grandma, but Meta glasses are one of the most terrifying, most horrifying inventions in our recent modern history, especially to vulnerable communities, women and children. I don't think it should have ever been invented or rolled out or sold. Sure, Ray-Bans made it so that it lights up, but what about all the bootleg ones? What about all the dupes? What about all the men covering their lights with stickers?
Videos of women walking around in public without their knowledge, where other men are watching the videos, upvoting videos, and they actually give the other men points.
As always, these groups of men exist all over the internet. There are Reddit servers, Discord servers, WhatsApp groups, etc. Multiple websites everywhere where they film women without their consent, and that's what they like to watch. And you guys want to guess what most of that content is usually filmed on? Everyone say, thank you, Ray-Bans. Thank you, Meta glasses. Yeah, I do not think that they're getting enough heat for what they have done to society and the damage they're causing to women.
The Meta glasses are causing real issues. Obviously not everyone who wears Meta glasses is a creep, and I'd hope that the majority of people who own these things would never film people without their consent maliciously. But there are people out there who will abuse this technology, and people don't want to have to worry about being discreetly filmed without their consent all the time for malicious purposes, because that's exhausting. And there are people out there who will be like, oh, but the government is spying on us all the time. There are already CCTV cameras everywhere with facial recognition watching our every move. I think you can be aware of the possibilities of that, and also simultaneously not want even more of your daily interactions or personal private interactions to be filmed. Like, yeah, okay, perhaps the government is spying on you through the CCTV camera in the corner of your local KFC. Fine, cool, whatever. But do you have to worry about that footage of you eating a bargain bucket ending up on a website where men ridicule you and use that content specifically for their entertainment? No, not really. But is that something you have to worry about with the Meta glasses? It's kind of looking that way. Yeah. And yes, in 2026, there are cameras everywhere. But at least they look like cameras. Smart glasses like these are being developed to look less and less like smart glasses with camera technology and more like a regular pair of everyday glasses. And soon, having a camera in your glasses is going to be so normalized, and I don't think it's a crime to feel uneasy about that. Anyway, why am I bringing up this situation today, especially when this whole thing has been going on for a couple years now, and these glasses have existed since 2023? Well, there's 3 reasons, really. Number 1 is that I want you guys to be aware of this whole thing, because these glasses are steadily growing in popularity and becoming more common. I want you guys to know what to look out for in case someone ever tries to film you without your consent in a private situation or in a public situation, so that you can walk away from that interaction if you don't want to be filmed. And if I can raise awareness that these things exist, and even just prevent one person from having a bad experience because of these these glasses, then this video will have been worth it. And reason number 2 is the Kylie Jenner Meta glasses collab that was released about 2 weeks ago, which has really re-sparked the debate around these glasses.
So the new Meta glasses just dropped in collaboration with the Kylie Jenner. And of course I had to get them. So I went to the city, the only Meta lab in my area, and got myself the most expensive ones. And here it is. I haven't seen anyone unbox them, so let's see what's inside. And here are the glasses. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a little gem on the lens right there. And here are the cameras. Let's put them on and see if they fit me. Oh my god, it talks in Kylie Jenner's voice. Hey Meta, what am I looking at?
You're looking at a home streaming or video setup. There's a bright ring light on a stand with a camera or phone.
And here's Kylie Jenner herself recording the voice for these new glasses.
Okay, this is major. Is this recording? Hi, I'm Kylie Jenner, the new voice of Meta AI. Hey Meta AI, is that a chicken? We love a tech moment.
We love a tech moment, she says. Is this the tech moment you're referring to? This collab has people running to stores to buy these new Meta glasses designs, but people are starting to point out the hypocrisy of Kylie Jenner promoting this product.
Kylie knows better than almost anyone what it feels like to be filmed without knowing. She signed the Meta glasses deal anyway. Kylie Jenner has spent years talking about the trauma of being filmed without consent, but now she's the face of a product designed to record people without them noticing. And it's not hypothetical. Meta glasses have already been used to identify strangers' home addresses in real time using AI.
I want to talk about the Kylie Jenner Meta AI glasses really quickly. Back in February, when Mark Zuckerberg attended the Prada show in Milan and everybody was like, oh my god, what is he doing here? I understood exactly what was going on. I wrote about it for Everything is Political, and I said, a Prada partnership would give Meta's smart glasses access to a female luxury consumer demographic they have struggled to reach, while simultaneously borrowing the feminist credibility of the house that has spent decades earning it at the exact moment when critics, charities, and regulators are arguing most loudly that the product threatens women's safety. But partnering with Kylie Jenner, and you will reach Gen Z. To me, it's almost as if Meta is saying, like, okay, these creepy men are recording you, but hey, you can record them right back in Kylie Jenner designed Meta glasses. I do feel like this push of these Meta AI glasses on every demographic is a way of Meta softening up the consumer for a much larger launch that has to do with like surveillance in our everyday life.
Some really good points here, and I do think that it's very interesting that Meta have probably kind of been like, oh, okay, we accidentally created this product that is now being used against women in horrible ways, and our Meta glasses kind of now have this rep of being a creepy man accessory, and that's only getting worse. But it's okay, because we have a plan to fix that. We are gonna get Kylie Jenner to be the new face and voice of Meta AI. She's gonna have her own design collection to appeal to women, for the girlies, and this is how we're gonna get the Meta glasses back into people's good books, specifically into women's good books. Yeah, that's interesting.
Those Kylie Jenner Meta glasses exist for one reason only, which is to try and get women in on the AI craze. Because they know that public interest is waning, and they know that large demographics of people are starting to care less and less, and even feel very upset with AI-based products for a myriad of valid reasons. So what are they doing? They're trying to leverage Kylie Jenner's fame to appeal to women so that they can take our money and, you know, also increase surveillance technology while they're at it. I'm sure that's a big bonus.
And the thing is, you guys, it's working. Simply by having Kylie Jenner's name and image attached to this product, people are immediately buying into this whole thing.
I truly don't care who comes for me for saying this, but I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it loud and proud. She made those glasses sexy. She made those glasses chic. She made those glasses for the girlies. Because have you seen what those glasses look like before she came around and did a little collaboroni with Mark? They were not for the girlies. They were for men. They were male-centered.
Actually, I've gone down a spiral of the Kylie Jenner Meta glasses. All of you guys seem so dumb. She made those glasses cute. She made them really cute. Guys, now I can vlog my whole life. Like, you're just making up benefits so that you can justify spending $300 on a pair of glasses because Kylie Jenner told you to. It's the same people that buy every road launch because Hailey Bieber said so. Like, it actually just frustrates me. I haven't seen one Kylie Jenner Meta glasses review where they're like, I bought this because of this technology and this, and I really wanted to do this. It's all just because Kylie Jenner said so. That's the worst part. It's one thing to give into marketing because the marketing was set up for you, and then it's another thing to just give into a scam. I can guarantee you having Meta glasses is not going to benefit your daily life at all. There's nothing that Meta glasses can do for you that will change your life. So don't buy the glasses. You don't need them. And I personally think Kylie needs to be shamed for working with Meta.
One point that I do disagree with here is saying that Meta glasses will not benefit your life, because that is not necessarily true for everyone. And I'm gonna show you a video that I saw a couple of days ago that kind of inspired this whole video topic for me, because it really got me thinking about the contrast between the bad side of Meta glasses and the incredible use of Meta glasses for accessibility.
Guys, I'm completely blind and this is how I shop without sight. I'm shopping for heels, and if you know me, I'm starting at the clearance section. I feel the back of each heel first because I'm looking for a block heel, and then I'm also interested in finding one with an ankle strap.
Hey Meta, look and describe this shoe.
It's a metallic silver heeled sandal with a thin ankle strap and a small bow on the toe strap. It has an open toe and a chunky block heel, and the insole looks light colored.
Being blind, I've learned that an ankle strap and block heel are the best way for me to be safe and stylish.
As somebody who uses Meta glasses in public every day, I feel like we need to give more nuance to this debate. Because right now, what I'm seeing is posts calling Meta glasses predatory and calls for a boycott, which to a certain extent I understand. There are men filming women without their consent in public for their own sick gratification. They deserve to be reported and they deserve criminal consequences. But every time I see the glasses themselves framed as the problem, I get uneasy. Because I use Meta glasses and honestly they're the best purchase I've made in years. I use them because I'm a wheelchair user. When I'm rolling around, I can't have my hands free like most able-bodied people can. So having a hands-free way of making a call, sending a text, asking a question, doing a little search, has been a game changer. And yes, I do use the camera, most often to capture evidence for access failures on trains or buses. Before I had these glasses, travel companies would constantly downplay or flat out deny things that had happened to me. Since having the glasses, I've been able to prove what's happening to me in ways I've never been able to before. And that's helped me to hold these companies accountable and push for actual change in how they deliver accessibility. So yes, two things can be true at once. Some people are using Meta glasses in harmful ways, and some people are finding independence through them. What I don't love is when the conversation becomes, these glasses are inherently creepy and the public should not have access to them. Because the issue is not the glasses, it is men and the way they choose to use them. And I absolutely do think that Meta and Ray-Ban need to be doing more. When I set my glasses up, I don't remember there being anywhere near enough content on appropriate use. I also think there needs to be better public education. People should be shown what the glasses look like when they're recording. What I'm trying to say is that we can take seriously the issue of predatory use of Meta glasses without pretending that's the only way they're used.
I know that was a long video for me to sit and react to, but I thought it was really important to show this side of the conversation as well. Love the earrings, by the way. And I think it's these uses of the Meta glasses and applications of this type of AI that people forget about and are also completely overshadowed by the creeps and the consumerism and the evil AI and the Kylie Jenner marketing. These products can be used for good. They can be great tools, they can make people's lives better, but people ruin it and people use them for bad things, and that makes people paranoid. And finally, reason number 3 why I wanted to talk about this today is that I have recently started vlogging. I have a dedicated vlog channel here on YouTube now, and I can't lie to you guys, these glasses would be amazing for vlogging. The amount of times that I've wanted to film something, but I haven't had hands-free to whip out my phone, or I want to film interactions with my friends, and they're aware that I'm vlogging and I'm filming, but it makes the whole thing feel forced and unnatural if I start shoving my phone in their faces. So I just invested in a new tiny little vlog camera so I can film, not discreetly, but more easily. I want to vlog at places like Anime Impulse, the convention I'm going to in LA, but I don't want a camera in my hand all day, or I don't want to be walking around like this all day. But this kind of got me thinking, where should I be drawing the line with filming people out in public? You know, having this little thing clipped to my top like that and walking around a public space filming. Because that's pretty discreet, right? You know, it would blend in with dark clothing. Is that not kind of similar to having the Meta glasses? So I guess it raises questions for us content creators and vloggers. How mindful should we be about filming other people in general? I already try to not get other people's faces in my vlogs, and if I do, then I'll blur them out or cover them up. A lot of people like to say there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in public settings. Basically, that means that when you go out in public, you can't expect to not be filmed because you're in public, and people can do what they want in public. And it kind of gives me the ick when people say that, because I feel like some people use it as a way of saying saying, I can film you whenever I want out in public, and I don't care whether you like it or not. It feels a little bit like a complete disregard of people's feelings and consent. Take this video, for example.
Oh my god, why do you want the meta glasses so you can go in public and record people without their consent? Rocks for brains, idiots. I don't want you in my video. You're not special. I just want to be able to talk on the phone with my boyfriend. I also want to be able to vlog. You also have no expectation of privacy the second you step foot out of your house, so.
Brother, I just can't imagine having this mentality. Anyone can film you whenever, and if you don't like that, too bad. The second you step foot out of your house, it's fair game. That mentality is very strange to me. To openly care so little about other people's feelings and privacy. So yeah, I've been thinking about how I can vlog without making other people uncomfortable. Yes, we have the tools to film discreetly, the mini cameras, the meta glasses, but where should we draw the line with discreet filming or just filming other people out in public in general? I think there's a much bigger conversation here that I could probably do a whole separate video on when it comes to the shift in culture and the shift in beliefs around how morally correct it is to film other people in general. So my final thoughts on the meta glasses is that I'm conflicted. I love the accessibility features of them. I am a content creator, I'm a vlogger, and these would make content creation easier. My boyfriend's family are all Spanish speakers, so that live translation feature would probably really help me out. But with the issues we've discussed today in mind, the growing unease around being filmed non-consensually out in public, I don't think I could wear these without worrying about making other people feel uncomfortable. With my camera, or with my phone camera, or even this little thing, I can whip it out and hold it up and people will probably know that I'm filming. I think the physical action of holding up a camera makes that obvious, and it gives people the chance to notice and remove themselves from the vicinity if they so wish. Even with the camera on the chest thing, I think this is fairly obvious and you would probably notice if I came up to you and I was wearing this. But with the meta glasses, I think they are just a different level of discreet, and not particularly a good level of discreet. I think if I did have the meta glasses, every time I started filming, I'd want to announce it and be like, hey guys, just so you all know, I am wearing meta glasses, but it's okay, I'm not filming right now. Just so nobody gets caught off guard and it ends up being like, wait, is she wearing meta glasses? Those things can record stuff, right? Is she filming right now? I hope not. I can't see a light, but maybe she has it covered up. This is weird. Because that is not what I would want people's interactions with me to be like. And I'm sure some people would be like, oh, it's not that deep, but I'm wondering whether it should be that deep. I think we should all care a little bit about whether we're making the people around us feel uncomfortable and respecting people's privacy and not adding to the paranoia of, am I low-key being creeped on right now? But then, like, this creator was discussing, is it right to demonize a whole product that is really good for accessibility needs just because some people are abusing the camera function? So yeah, conflicted. I see the good and I see the bad. I don't think I'm particularly in the boat of, yes, these are horrible inventions and should never exist. However, I'm also a little bit like, I can see how the widespread popularity of a product like this could start to go terribly wrong. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I actually ran a long form video ideas request thingy on my Instagram story last week, and you guys gave me some really great video ideas and requests, including things like overconsumption in the anime and K-pop spaces, book talk, underconsumption, marketing tactics like pity marketing and scarcity marketing, and my personal favorite request, just talk about Bungo Stray Dogs for 30 minutes. But thank you for the video suggestions, and I will definitely be using some of those ideas over the coming weeks. Don't forget to check out my vlog channel here on YouTube, it's linked in the description. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, it's RachXLouise with 2 L's, and I will see you next week. Bye!